Guys, we start off down to the bottom left-hand side of Newkirk Precinct in map number 1 of this best of 5. It is going to be our Red Town player, INnoVation. And to the bottom right, our blue Zerg. Give it up for Dark. Former teammates on SKT1. And here they are now in the qualifying match for IEM Katowice, the $250,000 global event which will be taking place end of February, beginning of March this year, of course. Winner of this series will be the first player to qualify through to the round of 24. Today, overall, we're going to be qualifying 6 players, 3 from this qualifier. Obviously, another one of those players will be either Solar or Björl, and the third, whoever comes through the loser bracket. But we'll also have the EU Qualifier Stage 2 today as well. That comes up from 4 PM CET. We'll be live with players such as Snoot, Drogo, Harstum, Neeb. Lots of players in that European Qualifier as well. Going to be a great day of StarCraft first here on the channel. As now we do INnoVation versus Dark. A couple of people asking about the song in the break. Guys, the music is literally on the screen. It says you're listening to on the screen. It was The Strokes Reptilia. You know what, I'm even just going to type in exclamation mark music so you guys can see it with ease and without issue. Because you can't read the screen. Come on, guys. The information's there. I'm giving it to you for free. Gaspool Hatch here for Dark in game number 1. As we do see the first couple of links popping out. And again, I mean, losing right now is not the end of the world. I mean, obviously double elim in this qualifier, but a second Korean server qualifier tomorrow. And obviously, it's also going to be stacked. Obviously, it's also going to be full of intense, crazy good games. But, you know, just for now, I guess, it's, well, what am I trying to say, I guess? What am I thinking of saying? It's nice to get through them the first day, right? You know, instead of having it to come down the second day. Of course, if you don't get through the qualifiers, you can still get yourself to Katowice and play in the open bracket. I'm pretty sure any of these Korean players who want to go will get a spot in that. But of course, I mean, that means you've got to pay your own flights, pay your own hotel. You start in the round of 64, which means you start outside of the prize money. Or you start in the round of 76, actually, which is the round of 64 open bracket. And then you have to make it to top 44 to be able to make it into money. So, I mean, top 24, you're already well into the money, actually. You're guaranteed, I think, $1,000? Something along those lines. Anyways, it's pretty intense how much you already win by just qualifying for the event through these qualifiers. A couple of links here. Not doing too much. Nice little defense by INnoVation. Although the links do get into the main, SEV blocks the depot from being raised. We go to see Dark is going to figure out that this is a very fast third CC. INnoVation, if Hellions popping, will be able to defend this. We'll have his next SCV, should stay alive. And this Hellion will clean on up, so Dark just continue to drone. Looks as though he'll just play macro against what is going to be a greedy build out of INnoVation. The fast free command center just setting on up right now. Looks as though a lot of you guys in the chat are kind of excited about INnoVation Dark as well. Oh, I said it in the chat as soon as we came out of the last game, or when the last game ended, that it was going to be INnoVation Dark next. Everyone's like, what? Ah! Oh my god! OMG! It's one of these 6 series, isn't it? I'm actually very excited. Next month, the Leifeng Cup will return, and with the return of the Leifeng Cup, we're going to be having obviously matches like this happening fairly frequently. Once again, I mean, honestly, nowadays we get matches like this all the time, but the Leifeng Cup, especially, have a $2,000 plus prize pool every 2 weeks, is a prize pool which really does bring in all of the all of the Korean players. You know, we have qualifier matches. We have qualifiers for the Leifeng Cup, which look a bit like this qualifier, honestly. So really excited for that to return in the coming month. As actually, Dark is going to get aggressive here. I missed the Rotoron coming down. I do apologize. Obviously, this Rotoron coming into play does make this look to be, does make this look like a lot of aggression from our Zerg over the next couple of moments. So 10 Roaches on the way, 8 Zerglings currently building up as well, and these few Hellions starting to move on over to the left-hand side. Going to be looking to setting up on this natural expansion in the next couple of moments. A few Ravagers starting to morph in, more Zerglings building up as well. +1/+1 for INnoVation. Going to be finishing, or going to be on the way too. I mean, again, this is greedy from INnoVation. It's setting up to be a mid-game sort of play, and Dark is just looking to end it early. He sees the opportunity to attack, and he is a Zerg player who likes to use these aggressive build orders. So when he sees an opportunity like this, of course he's going to look to leap on it. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. As Hellions will move forwards, they'll see the Ravages, and now maybe INnoVation starts to realize the issue he's in. He actually has 2 more bunkers coming down. He just dropped down a scan just previously, and I guess that gave him the information he needed to start building these bunkers. Is it going to be good enough? There's so many Ravages here, by the way. There's like 8 Ravages. That's insane. That's going to be goodbye to this first bunker almost immediately. At the same time, though, it means that these Ravages are going to start taking a lot of damage because there isn't a lot really to kind of protect them. Zerglings obviously will try and do their best, as SCV is actually holding on to both of the bunkers in the back lines. Oh wow, 2 bunkers staying alive, that's huge, and a third one to the top side as well. A lot of SCVs going down, but it only really, with triple CC, it doesn't really put you into a winning position as Dark. Killing off a few SCVs like this, you need to do a lot more, I feel. Picks off some more depots, this is nice. He begins to transition, some more, a lair on the way up, and yeah, he just begins to transition out of this. More drones, he's definitely not looking to reinforce this at all, so we see Dark. I mean, he'll keep on dropping biles down, he'll keep on harassing. I mean, he will be able to break down bunkers with these biles. INnoVation keeps on producing units. He's about to hit 1-1 combat shields as well. His own units are really kind of starting to get a lot, he's starting to get a lot more of them now. As Dark, obviously by sitting here as well, is also allowing himself to just, force SCVs to stay off the line as they have to repair, which means even less mining for INnoVation. But INnoVation makes the defense happen, and now with 1-1 upgrades, that's going to be one of his major advantages going into the future minutes of this game. I mean, we're talking about 1-1 against 0-0, and that 0-0 is going to be hugely disadvantageous. However, Armory is very late because he's been dealing with this attack, and so 2-2 won't start up shortly. So if Dark can get past the 1-1 disadvantage for a little while, his 2-2 isn't going to be as far behind because he is already starting to play a little bit of catch-up. INnoVation will move on to the map with a few of these Marines. Has, of course, the medevacs to lift them up and evacuate if needed. I mean, this kind of classic double medevac setup to just harass, clean up creep, and try and do a little bit more. And that's what we're seeing right now from INnoVation. So starting to move on forwards here as we're going to see a couple Marines nibbling away at this first Overlord. Overlord taking quite a bit of damage. Got them down just below half health, and as these Marines reach the edge of the creep, we're going to see a scan coming down. There's 1 creep tumor, there's a second, and the third going down as well. 3 creep tumors cleaned up instantly as medevacs do lift up those Marines. And they're going to start boosting on over in towards the main base here. A few Roaches looking to see what they can do. They pull forwards as well. Plenty of units actually, and INnoVation going to get turned around. It's a good defense by Dark, who again is down on the upgrades. It's also a composition which is going to be difficult for him to deal with drops. And, for now it's okay because there's only 1 set of drops on the map. It's when more drops come on the map, that's when INnoVation is going to start really moving around all over the place. And that's when Dark's going to be very cautious with making sure he has units in the right position at the right time. Maybe seeing the burrow is on the way up here now from Dark, as Tunneling Claws also coming down. Interesting setup as we see a scan to a bit more creepy. Sees the 4th base coming into the top side. This is something players like to do, take the base to the top side, which is an interesting choice, honestly. It's kind of weird. It kind of stops the Terran kind of pushing into this position so easy because it forces them to go diagonal. If you force them to attack diagonally, it's just a bit of a longer push, I guess, to reinforce this area. I mean, it isn't much of a difference. It is interesting. I mean, I've never really understood this base, honestly, as the 4th compared to the kind of the pocket 4th, which you usually see. So it's something that people do, though, and that's my opinion on it. That is just a bit of a longer push than the base to the south side. Is we've seen, well, a lot of Roach Ravage over here. I mean, INnoVation has not really been setting up attacks or anything defensive, as we've seen this +1/+1 timing from Dark, setting it up, but Widowmine connects onto a few of these Roaches. Now Marines will continue across the map and actually going to kill off a few of these Overlords. That's going to be starting to supply block his opponent as some Roaches getting sent back, and reinforcements going to be sent to deal with that as well. Marines moving around, a couple of Hellbats here as well to help tank. Marines will stem once again. No Marauders in this to help chew through the Roach counters. SCVs are going to pull in as well, helping to try and defend against this aggressive push. INnoVation losing quite a bit, and Dark still maintaining quite a lot of army on this left-hand side of the map. More Prostabars continue to drop here. Single Roach will burrow Tunneling Claws now here, so you can push that a little bit further forwards. And he's actually just going to leave it to kind of block the third, but I guess it doesn't need to. Nice scan from INnoVation, but he uses one of his Widow Mines on just 1 Roach. You're going to see the Prostabars will pick up those Widow Mines now that remain in the back lines. And pushing forwards, Dark still seems to have quite a lot of INnoVation. Do what he can to try and defend. Another scan, going to catch a few more Roaches as they burrow forwards. Nice catch by INnoVation. I mean, it's a difficult enough position already for Inno. The last thing he needs is suddenly roaches popping up in his mineral lines and him having to split units away to deal with that, losing workers in the process, and all the rest as well. More corrosive bars dropping on down, as so far so good though. INnoVation is not quite dead yet. He's now on 2-2 against 1-1, and that's also going to make a bit of a difference here as Dark, well, he really was committed to this 1-1 attack. I mean, he still is committed to just Roach Ravager in terms of composition. INnoVation has to be careful. I mean, there's a lot of corrosive bars available. He might just lose the CC if enough bars hit onto it, as we're going to be seeing this fight continuing though. Again, the 2-2 will make a difference, but is it enough? INnoVation's running out of units, honestly. I was going to see Orbital just managing to dodge away from those few bars this time around. Reinforcements coming across the map from Dark. INnoVation, is that his first tank? It is. He really could have done it for tanks a little while ago and get one of them up on this high ground here to help defend. It's the siege tank which he's really been missing, as he's going to start sending his third base up to the northern side, which makes it much more difficult for the Zerg player to attack on into. As Inno just going to drop the mules in the front of this army because he knows it's over. GG, Dark. He's going to take game number 1. I don't know, what do you even do about that? What do you even do about that? 1-1 here in this best of 5 between Dark and INnoVation. So obviously we missed game 2. I have no idea what happened. I do apologize, guys. Yeah, I don't even know. What do you even say? Like, it only crashes when I'm loading into Echo and sometimes Whirlwind in StarCraft 2. Like, does that make any sense? Like, is that logical? Even? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. In a way, it sounds like a StarCraft 2 issue. I just have no idea. Anyways, the bottom left-hand side, the red Terran player is INnoVation. And to the top right-hand side, the blue Zerg player is Dark. So 1-1 now tied up in this best of 5. Winner goes to Katowice. And as we starting up here, look to see what's going to be happening as we enter game number 3. I mean, it's nice that we know it only happens when we load into Echo and Whirlwind, but man, like, it's so weird. So weird. But yeah, pretty depressing. I mean, obviously, like I said, like, to go from having one of our great... Again, it's just, why does this suddenly happen now? Ugh. So annoying. I'm sorry, guys, again. Obviously, I'm a little bit tilted from this because it's never fun for the stream to crash, and for it to happen so much as well obviously makes it look like a really shitty stream. And when we've got so many people who are probably new to the stream and all the rest of it as well, because we're casting, you know, Katowice qualifiers, we're mainstream more or less for English casting and so on, obviously it's kind of shitty. You know, if it's the stream's crashing and all these new people are seeing us just with the stream crashing and so on and so on. So yeah. So just going to be seeing the Reaper moving around here from INnoVation, looking to see what's happening. Having a little bit of a look around, and well, not really too much going on early from Dark. He starts up at link speed, that's going to be about halfway done, and we've seen this factory is about halfway built as well. So factory about halfway built here. Tech Lab starts on this barracks. So Tech Lab coming up on this barracks, and we're going to be seeing these couple of Zerglings still looking to see what they can get up to. Reaper comes in here, is going to be working its way through this Zergling. So a little bit of damage being done. And 10 more, 12 more links being made. So Dark is actually looking to be a bit aggressive now. Looking to get a lot of Zerglings out and looking to get some damage done early with a little bit of a link flood. Not too many links though. I mean, 14, 16. I mean, it's the standard number, right? For kind of going for an attack like this. As we are going to be seeing the orbital command just about halfway done right here. And we're just going to be seeing that Stimpack starting up from INnoVation. I mean, it's a 2-1-1 from him. So, I mean, this is a build from Dark, which is... It kind of depends, you know, its effect kind of depends on how well INnoVation is going to respond with these Marines. He's already kind of, you know, got them kind of sat on the ramp or so. He's got some SCVs here just to the left-hand side, but, I mean, he needs to get the SCVs kind of in front of the Marines as Lings do surround, and already Marines are just dropping down like flies. The SCVs he'll fall as well. I mean, the next Marines will come up to the high ground, and INnoVation loses quite a lot, and he's just not in a position where he can really defend against this. And we're going to be seeing those Zerglings just backing away from the natural expansion now. So they're backing away from the natural expansion as we're going to be seeing the third base from Dark just setting up over here. Queen will start to build. You'll see the +1 carapace upgrade starting to come on up as well. So Carapace upgrade starting to come on in as we see again a few Marines just gathering up this ramp, seeing what they can, or just getting ready to see what they can get up to perhaps in the next few moments. I'm just going to be seeing again a few more drones building on up, a couple more queens coming out as well. There's +1 ground Carapace still coming into play. So a few more Marines coming down the low ground, and just going to be seeing an engineering bay building as well. I mean, INnoVation's, you know, it's kind of one of these weird situations where it looks like INnoVation's in a really bad position. And, yeah, I don't know, like, it looks like INnoVation's like in a really bad position, but actually it's not too bad, because obviously Dark had to cut a lot of workers to make this attack happen early on. And INnoVation still has this early stim pack, etc. to use as well, so he's going to drop over to this side and he's actually going to pick up this Overlord kill. And then lift back up and come back to this side. And we're seeing the Marines again continue to unload in this position, as we're going to be seeing a lair on the way up and mainland nest going to be finishing very shortly as well. I'm just looking to see what's happening as we set up. I just want to answer a couple of things in the chat, so again, just to let you know what's happening. Like, well, it's literally a situation where every time I load into either Echo or Whirlwind, not every time, it's happened every time last night for a while, but then it stopped. But when I load into Echo or Whirlwind, the game freezes and then it blue screens out. And it's only Echo or Whirlwind, it's always the exact same point of the loading screen. So it's like a driver, it's like not really a hardware issue, it's something like driver based, like it's something that's like loading into Echo is affecting. It's really, really weird. It's really, really strange. I just don't know what to do about it. I mean, we just keep crashing out because of it. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, Marines are going to start stimming forwards as Creep Team goes down. More Zerglings running forwards, and Marines will just have to load into those medevacs and back away themselves once more. Also, again, I just want to say, it's not a Blizzard bug. Like, this is not happening to anybody else. This is very much so a me thing. So, but it is something that's been triggered by the loading of Echo. It's so weird. I don't know what to say about it. Anyways, maybe seeing these Marines continue to move around, these few medevacs, actually more medevacs coming across as well, and more Marines. INnoVation just applying pressure as you expect him to off of this 2-1-1. Goes into the third CC behind this as well, and his third, fourth, and fifth racks will be on the way shortly also. Armory for his 2-2 upgrades as well. I mean, INnoVation just going in towards his mid-game. Again, got slowed down early by that little bit of an attack by Dark, but comes out swinging. And continue to see what else he can get done here, as we're going to be seeing the Marines just, again, sticking out on the side of the map. Obviously just has enough where he can lift up and back away when he needs to, as he does right there. Doesn't really lose a lot as he, again, just lifts up and backs away down towards the south side. So, dropping on down. And we've seen the Spire about halfway done from Dark, so continue going towards Lingbane muted play here. I was going to see these Lings and Banes from Dark just setting up on the right-hand side watchtower. A few more Banes morphing in from Dark as well. And it's going to be seeing more Marines and Widowmines joining on up. Looking to see where else they can go. Zerglings from Dark going to come around the top side. And they're going to look to see what they can do. As we're going to see this Marine get taken down pretty swiftly on the tower. And these Marines again spreading out. Let's see what happens. Widowmine is going to go off, but only on a couple of Banes in the back as INnoVation fails to split. And those Marines do not lift up in time either, so they get taken down very quickly. We're going to be seeing more Marines now unloading here over to the left, and well, just a few Queens gathering up together from Dark, and we're seeing these Marines coming in towards the left-hand watchtower as well, so a few more Mutalisks. We're going to see the +2 ground Carapace on the way up as well, and a few more Banelings morphing in as well. So, I mean, just everything on the way up right now from Dark here. And we're going to be seeing him continue to set up into this. A few Marines gathering themselves up as well. I'm just going to be seeing these few SCVs just moving on over to the left-hand side, so starting to get set up onto this third base as we see, again, Medevacs, Marines. Well, we'll looking to see what's up. Wouldn't mind looking at the 2 seconds that try and run on through from that watchtower, and again, a bit of a passive moment or so in this game. Dark with a bit of an edge here. After taking a good fight previously, good Baneling connections. Meters flying on in as well, and again a little bit of damage being done. Marines will stim forwards and push those meters away. The Overseer again chased off. Getting chased back too, sorry. Now I'm dying. First my PC dies, now I die. Oh my god. Sorry, I've had a bit of a... I don't know what it is. I've not really got a cold or like a bad throat or anything. I just have a little bit of a catch in my throat, I guess, every now and then. As we're going to be seeing these medevacs and marines just joining up together here then, so maybe we'll look to see what they can do as meatlisks do come across this top side as well, and they're also still just looking to see what they can get up to. You're going to fly on down and also pick away at a couple of these depots and SCV going down as well, and missile turret will be denied. I mean, it's little attacks like this from Dark. I mean, getting the meters across the map and starting to harass with them. This is when you know the Zerg is in a comfortable position, when they're able to start moving around with these meteorisks and all the rest too. So, I'm setting up into this and then see these meters still just gathering on up. And still more army just coming down to the south side. We see meters from Dark looking around to see what happens here. Just going to be a Widowmine connecting in and just picking off one of these meatlists there, and again Widowmines continue to move forwards as we see Banes continue to get picked off as well. Creep Team is being cleaned on out. We see another Widowmine just burrowing, and Wings and Banes continue to advance on through. We're going to be seeing INnoVation taking some good fights here for the free splits. He's got more Widowmines about to burrow as he loads up the Marines now. The Widowmine shots are huge onto the Bane lanes, and that is some really solid connections to clean up a lot. And I mean, it's little attacks like that or fights like that that's going to pull INnoVation back in. He needs to make sure he's got enough to keep on fighting, though. He's going to start splitting against the last few Banes. Now he can bring his units up towards the third base to deal with the Ling Muta. As he starts to stim on over in that direction, he loses a few SCVs beforehand, but he's still going to get over here, and he saves the base as well, lifting it up just to make sure INnoVation's staying alive for now. And we're going to be seeing these Lings and Meteorisks from Dark all joining up and seeing where they go. A few more Banes from Dark continue to morph on in, and we're still just moving around here. Dark's still kind of maintaining an advantage as he's up on 5 bases. He's got 4 of those saturated, his 5th one ready to saturate as his main / natural mine out. INnoVation just keep on moving around and see where he can attack over the next few minutes. And, well, again, pulling down to the south side here. Here we go. Ling's attacking on forwards. Bane's going to have to pull back. A lot of this Ling Bane from Dark up to the top as well, moving around. You can see a few more of those Banes starting to morph in right away. So, a few more Banes morphing in as Marines splitting up once again. We've seen this position used multiple times already today. And you're going to see pushing forwards. You're going to see the Lings and Banes going to charge on in, and let's see what's going to happen. Actually going to see Medivacs is going to lift. It's the flank from Dark around the left side as well, which is slowing INnoVation down and really forcing them to have to disengage from this. As now the Muta's starting to catch Medivacs. There's one Medivac on low health here that's full of units, and it goes down, and INnoVation is in full on retreat as Dark is crashing on through the front. Marines continue to fall. Well, I mean, that is game ending, but now INnoVation's production will be camped, and that'll be GG. And that is going to be that. So GG from there. But thank you, Shroom5, for the $2.50 donation. Can you get some STI hearts in the chat? Please find you sub for our donation as well. Thank you very much, Shroom5. Thank you very much, Mr. Compacto, for the support of the channel and of the cast. And as we jump on into Game 4, INnoVation spawns to the top right-hand side of Habitation Station. Looking to bounce, looking to try and even up the series 2-2. As to the top left-hand side, the Blue Zerg player, it is Dark. Our replay is going to be released for these games, as Mook saw in the chat. They're not going to be released by me. We are not allowed to release IEM replays. If they're going to be released, they will be released by ESL, IEM, and I'm not sure if they are going to do that. I have absolutely no idea. So, yeah. I wonder if it would just be completely worthwhile just saying, hey, right, just like reformatting SC2, like my Windows tonight, and just completely reformat the PC, reinstall StarCraft and everything. I think that might be it. Might just fix a lot of things, honestly, at this point, because there's been a lot of pains, there's been a lot of issues in the past in the past couple of months. Although I have actually gone past all of the issues. This is a brand new issue. It's actually crazy. Like, we finally got to the stage where we had no more issues, and then suddenly this was this came up the other day. It started on, when did it start actually? It started on Thursday night, I think. I think Thursday night was the first time it happened. It didn't happen on Wednesday. What did we cast on Wednesday? EU qualifiers? I think we casted the EU server qualifier. Anyways, this Reaper just moving around. We see a couple of lings moving forwards from Dark. And we've seen the Reaper just jumping down and up, looking to see what's going on. Reaper does get taken down in the third hatchery. Just over 75% of the way done, so... Third hatch just over 75% of the way done. A couple of these Zerglings moving out into the center of the map. And we see a Lair and a Rotron continue to build here right now from our Zerg player. Stimpak is on the way as well from INnoVation as he sets up into this 2-1-1 once again. Not really changing up too much for himself here right now as I'm just going to be seeing the starport lifting and jump onto that reactor. And the first couple of medevacs will be on the way out in the next couple of moments. So we're going to be seeing these few Zerglings going to be continuing to move around. So Dark is looking to see what else is happening, and there's going to be seeing a couple of engineering bays here from INnoVation just on the way up. So a couple of engineering bays starting to build, and again a nice standard follow-up. Obviously doesn't take damage early. I mean, he was kind of, I would say, like after the initial attack last time, he was a little bit behind, but not too far. And then after that attack, he lost a lot of units to a couple of Banes, and that really changed everything. So you'll see those Marines loading on up, and INnoVation will start heading through the top side of the map to see what's going to be going on. So, Team Medevacs loading up, going to head through the top side, see what they can get up to, and then you're going to drop all the way over towards the top left and look to see what else is happening. So, yeah, Marines is going to kind of drop themselves up here and picks off one Overlord already, and a couple of Queens looking to see what they do as well. A few Lings getting targeted down. Roach has been targeted as well, but enough units here from Dark to push this away. As we're going to be seeing the Medevacs just pulling away to the right-hand side. So INnoVation pulling through the top side, and yeah, yes, Roach speed is on the way up, so that's going to be finishing shortly. We're going to be seeing the +1/+1 upgrades from INnoVation coming in as well. He's not going to wait for a few more units before he pushes across once more. At Wardy, you could always comment over someone else's stream, like Take TV, says IronSocks. Well, no, I can't, because it's not right to just restream people. I mean, I could comment and not show the game, but then what's the point? And the thing is, I'm not just not getting into the game. This is what I'm saying. I'm not just not getting into the game. I blue screen. My PC crashes. That's what I mean. It's so weird. That's why I didn't think it was an SE2 issue for a while, but now I think it might be an SE2 issue, because why on earth does it only happen on Echo? Why does it only happen when I load into that map? That map in Whirlwind. It's so strange. The other maps hasn't happened once. Only Echo and only on Whirlwind. It's really weird. And again, it like, we sort of fixed it for a while and then it started happening again, so God knows. Who knows? Anyways, we see more Marines and a Marauder here from INnoVation who takes this upper watchtower. We see the Spire is being taken from Dark as well, so dropping that down to the left-hand side. And, well, Marines and Marauders going to push on forwards, and one Creep Tumor going down. We're going to be seeing this Queen getting picked off as well. Another Creep Tumor taken down here. And just a couple more corrosive bars, looking to see what else is going on as we're going to be seeing these Roaches and Rabbits continue to fight against these Marines and Marauder. So we've seen those units lifting on up and backing away over to the right hand side. So backing away on over to the right. And again, you're just going to be unloading here, and again, a couple more bars going up into the sky. Medevac's not really able to do too much just yet, as you can see the two of them loading up, and I'm just going to come down to the south. See where else they can go. Spire's about to finish building from Dark, so from this kind of Roach Ravager heavy opening into kind of melee upgrades and Ling Bane Muta, it's a bit of a quick turnaround from him in terms of the composition he wants to play here. As INnoVation again still just dropping around as he secures a third base back at home. And be pushing on up and takes down a couple of Creep Tumors. The units are nearby, so it's not like he can really kind of make much progress over on the fourth base or anything. So gets pushed away from this, pulls down to the south, and Marines will just unload from these Medevacs and again continue to see what else is going on. A few Marines and a Marauder here from INnoVation. Setting on up as well, as you see the +2/+2 upgrades from INnoVation on the way down there. And with that, I'm just going to be seeing the Marines and Marauders still moving around from Inno. So again, not really too sure what he's going to do next in terms of a major move out. I suppose just sort of wait for his 2-2 So actually not going to see the Mutas. We're going to be seeing the Corruptors on the way out from Dark. So going into Link Main Corruptor. Kind of exciting because, you know, he was the kind of the player who really revolutionized the potential to play Corruptors as kind of a more of a mid-game sort of thing in ZvT. He used them a lot back in the day, and it was kind of, again, one of the pillars to popularize this, so kind of cool to see him using it now. It's something we've seen for a little while, instead of Ling Bane move, just before the Ling Bane move phase became super popular. Ling Bane Corruptor was kind of a thing kind of a month or so ago. It had its phase again, but it kind of faded out in favor of Midless, but I guess when you go for the latest Spire in a situation like this, because you go Roach Ravager then switch to Ling Bane, going into the Corruptors makes a lot more sense. So, going into the Corruptors just a bit later than the Mutas, it makes a lot more sense, allows you to secure into the late game a bit more easily as, well, INnoVation still building siege tanks, which is not a, you know, not a bad thing actually. Siege tanks will help a lot, and siege tanks are very good against the Corruptors, because obviously the Corruptors can't fight the siege tanks. I mean, they don't, obviously the tanks don't kill the Corruptors, but the, you know, the tank-based composition can be much more effective than if it was against Ling Bane Mutas. So, just going to be seeing the Marines and Marauders just going to pick up a change in here. We're going to see the Scantipeders just sat down on the ground, and it's going to be seeing these Marines and Marauders from INnoVation just moving around here. You can see where they can go. See the Marines floating up in towards this medevac, and see a burrow upgrade coming down as well. And you see the Zerglings up to the top side too. So Dog's just setting up to the top side with a few more of these Zerglings. Ling Bane Ravager setting on up themselves, and yeah, just seeing what they can get up to now with this composition. So starting to move on forwards, moving through the center of the map. INnoVation is coming out here as well. One Marine leading the charge. I'm going to be coming down to the south side. Single Zergling here from Dark is going to move forwards. We'll start to trade with this Marine, and Marine is going to be picking up the victory in that small skirmish. Nothing too crazy there, as we see the Hive on the way up from Dark as well. And as he sets up into this, we see the +1 flyer attack also building for him back at home. And Lings, Banes, and Ravagers still looking around to see what else they can do as well. Tanks continue to... how many tanks he's got actually? INnoVation. It's a crazy number of tanks. Tanks work very well on Habitation actually in terms of composition, because when you think about it, it's one of these things where there's a lot of ledges, I guess, and the ledges and the kind of the charge ramps up to these ledges make for the tanks to be very effective, because it's going to be very hard to fight into them at any point, and as long as they're already sieged. So Dark making a go of progress with his creep spread mind, and obviously that is a big positive as INnoVation just start to pressure forwards onto it, moving around, seeing what he can find. Sieges up his tanks. Dark's just going to launch a big attack up to the top side, and well, right now INnoVation is completely out of position. 2 CCs building, but actually 2 tanks on the high ground going to push this away, and Dark doesn't commit forwards. INnoVation sticks his ground down to the south. And Brave Man is going to be seeing tanks and sieging once again, and these units still just gathering up and seeing where they can go next. A few more Lings and Marines. Slings and Danes taking forwards. Here we go. Big fight from Dark. He engages in, and these tanks are going down pretty quickly. Medevacs are falling to the Corruptors too, and well, Dark has just crushed this. That plus the fact he's making 114 Zerglings on the Remax. Dark just has so much. A whole bunch of Banes going to start wolfing in for him now as well. And we're going to see a few of these Medevacs coming down to the south side. 4th base from INnoVation is being muled, and this is just going to be way too much here, I think, from Dark. Surely, I mean, he's got Remax already set up, ready to go. He's going to attack in, and well, there's a Burrowed Infestor here as well, looking to be a little bit of a nuisance to begin with too, and he's just waiting for that juicy clump of Marines as the SCVs again destroyed by the Banelings. 20 of them going down. INnoVation loses his 4th base, and Dark looks to be on the verge of victory right now as Fungal Grove does come in from the high ground. That Infestor dropping that down here. Tanks will siege as Lings though already on top of them, and the tanks, well, they're sieged up, but they're also disappearing. Ravagers will drop a few Ferocious Bars to help clean them out as well, and you know, Dark might get cleaned up, he might get pushed away, but he comes out having killed so much, with so much money in the bank. An Ultra's transition on the way as well. 3 free upgrades, Adrenal Glands, Chitinous Plating, more Zerglings on the way. Dark. He's going to be able to do this. He's already got Lings over here, morphing into Banes right now. So morphing on in, and well, Marines, Marauders, and these tanks are just going to be setting up, seeing what they can do. One orbital going to go up towards the top side, and one just still sat here waiting to see what's next. But I mean, the reality is, he just doesn't have enough units to hold on. It doesn't matter about what economy he can set up. He just doesn't have enough right here. And Dark's going to pick up game 4. And he's going to qualify for Katowice. He's going to be the first player to do so.